In this video, we'll look at the 10 states in the US that are dying the most quickly. The United States population is growing every year. Over the past 10 years, the nation's population increased by 6.3%. So why are some states experiencing population declines? Some of the reasons include the economy of each state. When there aren't enough job opportunities, people move. However, another significant factor is the lack of educational growth opportunities. Each state tries to accommodate the majority of the population, so if your state is filled, it means that the country as a whole is growing. When investigating this phenomena, we identify the states where people no longer desire to reside. Keep an eye on people moving for a variety of reasons, from it being too expensive to live there any longer to retirees living out their goal of retiring on a beach. There are many various reasons why people are leaving these states. Reduced taxes, better employment prospects. Whatever the reason, everyone wants to live somewhere that will improve their present quality of life, which is why these 10 states are losing citizens more quickly than they are gaining them. Please press the subscribe and bell icons before we begin this video on the 10 fastest American states that are in decline. Now let's delve more deeply into each of the top 10 states in the US that are dying the fastest. Number 10. Connecticut. Population changed by 0.21%. And we know of 7378 residents who relocated to New York. A year ago, 0.21% of Connecticut's population left the state for Florida and Massachusetts. The majority of them relocated to New York, indicating that they were looking for employment. The sad part is that not much would change even if all 7378 of those former inhabitants relocated to New York. Number 9. Louisiana. Population change in Louisiana decreased by 0.24%. With 11,184 residents moving to Texas. Louisiana and Florida last year, Louisiana bid goodbye to 11,184 residents, and the majority of that 0.24 moved to Texas. Number 8. New Jersey. Population change minus 0.30%. No of inhabitants who moved minus 26,330. Louisiana may have voodoo and gumbo, but the state lacks work possibilities, which is why the bulk of those residents are packing up and leaving. The relocation to Pennsylvania, both Florida and New York. Certainly, there are many coming to New Jersey. The state of New Jersey is losing quite a few residents as well, with 26,330 leaving the state. However, the leading reason for moving is for a new job. According to the leading reason for moving in New Jersey, Number 7. Hawaii. Residents of Hawaii have moved by 4619 or 0.33% to California. Dallas and Seattle. Hawaii, often known as Paradise, is one of the states that is drastically losing population. In fact, 4619 people left Hawaii in the past year, but they aren't leaving the state for very far. The majority relocate to California, despite the fact that it is one of 6. Unless you win the jackpot, you might have to find a different paradise to enjoy, because Hawaii is one of the more costly places to live in. When paradise comes at such a great price, is it still paradise? Number 6. Mississippi. Mississippi's population decreased by 0.35%, while Tennessee is where inhabitants who migrated by fewer than 10,381 people are known to have relocated. It all comes down to one thing: income tax. An exceptional number of residents are leaving Mississippi in the dust, minus 10,381 to be exact, and moving to Texas and Georgia instead. Although the majority of them cited income tax as the primary cause, there are a few more factors. Number 5. Vermont. Population change minus 0.37%. No of residents who moved where they moved to a Florida, New York, and New Hampshire of Vermont. It doesn't get any better than fresh maple syrup. There just aren't enough job opportunities in Mississippi to keep that 0.35 of the population around. And when it comes to entertainment for after-work life, well, you can forget about that. The fleet of the Smoky Mountains doesn't seem so outrageous. So what makes Florida so unique? Weather is a given. However, the 0.37 reduction, and with fewer taxes to pay and a high cost of living, Vermont's population is growing. Residents are bidding their white Christmases farewell and welcoming the 4th year of sunlight. Number 4. New York. Population change in New York decreased by 0.45%. We are aware of 88,648 residents who relocated to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Today, people are leaving New York rather than moving there. In fact, 88,648 citizens left the state in the past year. Frank Sinatra must be swaying in his grave. That results in a 0.45% decline in the population of the state, and guess where they're relocating to? Jersey, new will give you a moment to get your jaw up off the floor, yes. Because the homes are larger for less money, and you can also buy a yard in New Jersey. New Yorkers are discovering that their futures lie in the rival state. Additionally, having one park for an entire city often just isn't a large enough playground. Number 3, Illinois. Illinois' population change decreased by 0.54%, with 6,259 residents moving to Indiana as a result. With the population of Illinois dropping by 0.54 compared to Florida and California, you might be quick to infer that the state has high housing costs. However, out of the 69 residents, the bulk departed in search of better employment possibilities. 259 locals fled to Indiana, the bulk of them. Just over the state border, Chicago residents can enjoy the city life without the high taxes and housing that offers more value. In fact, those who relocate just over the border can continue to enjoy the same time zone, TV channels, sports teams, and even comparable commute times. Number 2, West Virginia. Population change in West Virginia decreased by 0.76%, with 13,685 residents moving to Ohio as a result. Maryland and Virginia. In the previous year, West Virginia lost 13,685 residents. What was once a coal miner's paradise is now barren countryside with a declining coal industry. Young dreamers who might have helped West Virginia's population crisis are moving to Ohio as fewer and fewer coal trains pass by in an effort to achieve their goals and bring their future offspring with them. Unfortunately, given the state's continuing population decline and the possibility of losing a congressional seat in the upcoming election, that is the least of their concerns. They urgently need to figure out how to get out of this hole. Number 1, Alaska. Alaska population change negative 0.8%, null of residents who moved where they went to California, minus 58, 93 California and Texas. You would assume just by looking around that people are leaving Alaska and going to California because the state doesn't offer much to the younger generation, so when they leave for college, they tend to not return. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you like the content of this video, click this subscribe button to receive more similar videos. They're sick of the cold, but really it has to do with the economy. People who moved there originally for the oil boom 40 years ago are now moving to live out the beach retirement dream, and really the state doesn't offer much to the younger generation, so when they leave, comment below with your thoughts on the 10 states that are dying the quickest in the United States. I would adore reading them, and I'm sure others would as well.